In this video, we're going to show you what we did when we discovered not one, not two, but 3 house sparrows in our wall. And ultimately went from this, to this, to this. Okay, so first things first. In order to get the bird out of the wall, you got to make sure you have the right tools. So I just used a small nail and a hammer to cut a pilot hole in the wall, and then used what's called a jab saw, or really just a drywall knife, to cut through the wall. I initially did a smaller hole just to make sure we were in the right spot and take a look. I wasn't really able to see through it that well, so I ended up cutting this larger hole that you see right here. One other important thing that I did too was I did use a stud finder just to make sure that I was actually cutting into the drywall and not into the stud in the wall. So that's a really key component as well. If you have one, obviously try to do a search for the stud in the wall first. It could save you a big headache and help you minimize the amount of area that you're going to need to cut into the wall. So you'll see right here, this was bird number 1. Tried to capture it in a box. It did not work. Thankfully, we had Hustle and Mom here to help me in the process of getting these birds out. So here we are working on bird number 2. And what I will say is, at this point, the birds were really just sitting on loose insulation. So just be careful as you go through it, not to push the birds any further down, make it tougher on yourself, and cause you to have to cut a larger hole already in the wall. So one other thing we learned through the process, there's bird number 2 right there, is that it's probably easier just to take the bird out of the wall if you're comfortable with it than to try to put it into a box. As you can see here, it's difficult to transfer the bird over into the box properly. My lovely wife right here, the smarter of the two of us, learned that after the 2 birds, that it's probably easier just to take it straight out of the wall and take it outside, as she does right here. So not terribly difficult, obviously up to your own comfort level whether you want to do it. We wanted to show you this is the first time we've ever done anything like this, and then this obviously is the final result. We were able to save all 3 birds.